Hello everyone, welcome to the forum Wissen. I'm Gabriella Szalay. I'm one of the managers of exhibition development here at the University Museum of Göttingen, and today I'm joined by
Valerie Liebs. I'm the scientific coordinator of the research training group Understanding Social Relationships.
And I had the great pleasure of working with Valerie recently on the exhibition that you see behind us, titled Me, You, Us, appropriately, Social Relationships in Humans and Other Primates. Here at the Forum Wissen, we work together with members of the broader University of Göttingen campus that includes the German Primate Center, and also members of the public to create exhibitions together in a participative fashion that look at how knowledge, specifically scientific knowledge, is created.
Like 1.5 to 2 years ago, we thought, okay, our research training group is finishing after 9 years, and we want to make a final project, something nice. And we got to know about the possibility to do an exhibition here at Forum Wissen and to also get all the support from all these experts. And we thought it would be actually a perfect thing because it would give the possibility to show what we are doing, and also for the students to learn about science communication, to see how they can put what they are doing in a language that people also outside of their discipline understand. But not only that, it's not only about getting new skills, which is really important, but it's also this rewarding thing about putting your knowledge out and also getting to see the reactions of the people. I remember a PhD student wrote me last week and she said, oh, you know, I went to this exhibition and saw these people interested and it was so nice. And I think it's a very important part, this emotional part, to see, okay, why am I doing this, and to see that people are actually interested in that. A research training group is a group of PIs, professors and senior postdocs and PhD students, and the research training group already implies it's about training the PhD students to have a really good context, that they have a really good context in order to acquire skills which are needed to become really good researchers afterwards. It started in 2015 and it's ending now by the end of the year.
We work here in a participative fashion. What this means is that members of the university community or the local civic society, perhaps you in the future, come to us with an idea, and then we sit together with our team and a committee of experts and decide, should we do this exhibition together or not. We're particularly interested in topics that are socially relevant, that is also for the public, something that they can relate to and maybe have questions about. And then we work very intensely together with our cooperation partners. This can take on many different forms. In this case, because we had a group of young scientists who are in the end phases of their research projects, we decided it would be really a good idea and also very effective time management if we led 3 different workshops in which we came together as a group, discuss the individual projects. This is a very interdisciplinary group that we're talking about. We have scientists from many different areas of biology, for example. We have neuroscientists, we have psychologists, we have linguists. So we came together and talked about how we could possibly present an exhibition to the public on this very, very broad topic of social relationships. And by these means, we came up with 3 different ideas, 3 different topics, 3 different themes that you also see reflected in the exhibition. So at the far back, with the orange color, you see the topic of collecting. So how these young scientists go about gathering the information that they need to study social relationships in humans and other primates. Then here directly behind us we have the area which we've called Analyze, where we look at the very many different methods, some more traditional, some much more groundbreaking, that these young scientists are using to pick out the data that they need from the information that they've collected. And then off to the left we have the area which we called Communicate, and this is about how researchers communicate the information to colleagues, to the larger scientific community, to the general public. And we spent quite a lot of time together as a group, and then Valerie and I also worked individually with the different scientists that were part of the exhibition, visited their labs, had long conversations with them, sometimes shared meals or coffee, and it was so really a collaborative process. I think that there's several different things that I would love for you to come and see here in person. One of which is that we have many objects that have actually been used in research, so that have actually been used in the field or in the lab. For example, we have this fabulous python here. This is an actual fake python that was used in the field in order to see how non-human primates react to risk, to a predator. What kind of signals do they send out to one another, how they communicate with one another, how they help one another. So non-human primates, just like us human primates, have groups and social relationships and ways of communicating. So we have things that were actually used out in the field, slot machines, an EEG cap. We have then also a lot of interactive elements. This is of course something that you will find in other natural history and science museums as well, but not necessarily the things that you see here. We have really objects that were created, built by the young scientists. We have computer programs, software programs that they've developed, have patented. You can't see this anywhere else in the world, just here at the Forum Wissen. So I think that makes this exhibition very unique. And of course, the way that we have brought all these very many different ideas together to tell a story that hopefully you will enjoy encountering when you come and visit us.
Very, very important aspect is that also science and science practice is actually embedded in social relationships, and that doing science is mostly always also having social relationships that can also affect the way we do science, where, for example, this Play Store for children, the children whom researchers work, that come for the experiments, for the studies, they need to feel safe, they need to feel comfortable in order to be really able to gather good data. But we also have the field assistants that support our researchers in Thailand or in Senegal. They don't only support them by showing them manifold things about the nature and so on, but also they make them feel welcome and also feel at home, because they are really, the researchers are very far away from home in a cultural context they are not familiar with. And this is just a very important part of doing research. I think this is a very strong point that we want to give to the visitors. And another aspect is about doing research about social relationships. Like social relationships, everyone thinks he or she understands what they are. But if you actually want to grasp them, and then grasp them in a scientific way, it's really difficult. And this exhibition can really show how original, what great ideas and different ideas and approaches, be it psychologically or linguistically or for behavioral ecology and biology, to somehow get a little bit of a better understanding about social relationships, which are so fascinating but so difficult to get.
The aspect that I would love to draw attention to is we also worked with a group of school children, 9 years old, 3rd grade in Friedland, which is a neighboring community to Göttingen. And this was an idea that was actually brought by the PhD students in the group who work in the child laboratory here in Göttingen. And they wanted to somehow create a social relationship with children in the community, not just the children that they work with every day in the labs, which is of course also important, as Valerie has already mentioned. And so we reached out to a teacher and asked if she would be interested in collaborating with us, and she said yes right away. And we went and visited the children at the school, showed them some of the objects that were going to be in the exhibition, and invited them to ask questions of the scientists. And actually, all over in the exhibition, you can see that we have these QR codes. And if you come and use your smartphone, you can see videos that we created with the children where they're asking questions of the scientists. And then we came back and asked the scientists, okay, can you give us an answer? And so it was sort of like an old form, or a new form, I should say, of letter writing between the up-and-coming generation of scientists. So in 10, 15 years, these are the ones who are going to be maybe researching social relationships.
Two things actually. The first one relates very much to what you addressed, this cooperation. I really love this idea of human cooperation. I was always fascinated, for example, for the pyramids, like it's such a huge thing. And because we cooperated, okay, let's keep the slavery away, that's not a good example, but this cooperation thing, how much we are capable in creating things. And I mean, myself, I didn't have any experience in exhibition, the PhD students neither, but we had all this support from the Wissen team. The main support coming from Gabriella, and it was really much fun and so interesting. But also the support from the communication team, the technical team, the event management team, and each of them had such an expertise and could support us so much, which we would never have been able to do just as a research training group. So it gave us a really good framework, and I learned a lot from that. And I think the second thing is I was so touched by this feeling of being a group that has put something together at the opening. Yeah. Like it was everyone, it was like hello and embracing each other. Everyone was so proud, and it was such a nice thing. Yeah.
So we hope to see you at our exhibition soon.
1, 2, 3, go.
So we hope to see you. Okay. So.
Yes? Yeah. Okay. You do the count.
Okay.
It's better. We're getting better. Okay.
Maybe you should like tap it.